This is Destiny. She was recently laid off from her corporate job. She's been coping by doom scrolling on TikTok and overthinking her next moves.
Dang, not you exposing my business like that.
Today, she'll be talking a bit too much while also doing her makeup. Lord, help us all.
Bruh, why are you even here? Like, I didn't even ask for a narrator.
I'm here to help tell your story. You tend to be a bit, dare I say, long-winded.
You know, I actually don't need your help. We all know I'm very capable of telling my own story, so you're fired.
No, actually, you're fired.
Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Destiny, and if you've seen my face before and you haven't subscribed yet, then baby, what is you doing? Subscribe. Life has been lifing. This actually isn't my first rodeo being laid off. The last time I was laid off from a corporate job was in March of 2023. It was by a very large company. A good portion of my team was laid off. That led me into being unemployed for 10 months straight. Okay, I did not see it coming. I definitely expected to get employed sooner than that. That's for sure. During that season, the Lord really did a work on me. Really had to teach me what it really meant to trust Him. It's really bittersweet because, man, God really did so much refining in my heart during that season. After the 10 months, I was blessed with a job in January 2024. I was there for a whole year and 4 months. I can't sit here and lie to y'all and tell y'all I didn't see it coming, because I surely did. About 2 months ago, I started seeing signs. People started switching up. Managers started avoiding me. A lot kind of just started happening. And so I knew something was going to shake at some point in some way, shape, or form, whether I quit or whether I was going to be laid off. It was going to be one of the two, because I definitely switched my LinkedIn to open to work. I definitely started interviewing with other companies and working with recruiters. The goal was honestly to just find a new job and then leave, honestly. But they beat me to it. Clearly God had other plans. But I definitely did know that this was coming. Like, I had dreams and everything to let me know. So I was not caught off guard. Matter of fact, when I got the call from HR, she did the whole, small talk thing, trying to gauge my mood. She actually got to a moment where she was like, unfortunately, I have some not so good news. I said, I already know what this is about. She's like, oh, that's so good. I don't like when people are caught off guard. I said, it's okay, honey. I already know. But, obviously things are good. It ended peacefully. Ended a little shady, but for the most part, ended peacefully. I was not blindsided, and I did get a severance. I really want to make this video not to rant about how I was laid off from corporate America, but, things happen. And when you live a fully surrendered life to Christ, things can happen that are not necessarily a part of my personal plan, but it's a part of the Lord's plan and the Lord's will. Over the years, I've learned that. I'm a person that really does value security. I don't like taking risks in terms of finances, honestly, especially due to the trauma that I had in the past. Like, honestly, even after I got this job, it took me months. I was paranoid about getting laid off every other day, especially because I've seen them drop people like flies. Even though I was progressing, even though I was growing, even though I was doing such a good job, like, guys, I got promoted within like a few months of me being there. Even though I was doing well, I still had that fear of, oh my gosh, like, what if they drop me tomorrow? And it went on up until I went to this conference called Encounter Nights at my church. They put slides on the screen, and they were different things. Like, people might be struggling like jealousy, and then lust, or fear. And basically, if you saw something come up on the screen that you felt like you were struggling with, then you would go up and you would get prayer. And the whole goal was to be broken free from these things. So, slides gone, slides passed. But when the fear came up and I had read the symptoms of fear, I was like, dang, I'm definitely going through that, because the type of fear that I had about losing my job was crippling. Like, Imagine waking up every single day, like paranoid that you're gonna be fired, checking your email to make sure there's nothing shady going on with HR, because that happened to me in the past too. Every single Friday, having that feeling of, oh, okay, I made it through another week. Now I can relax over the weekend. And then getting anxious again on Sunday, like, oh my gosh, here we go again. Hopefully I make it through the week. I was dealing with that for about probably 7 months of working at this company. I got prayer, that was broken free, and I actually felt free. Like after getting the prayer, I woke up the next day, which was a Sunday, and I didn't feel that anxiety that I had been feeling for months. You know, I was able to actually go to work on Monday and be at peace and enjoy it. And honestly, it's so crazy because I went from being fearful about losing my job to wanting a new job. It's so crazy that I'm once again in that position, being without a 9-to-5. And don't get me wrong, I think that the Lord is doing this for multiple reasons, because corporate America comes with stability. Now, not in a sense of, oh, if you got the job, you're locked in, because we know that layoffs happen every day. I just saw a TikTok of a girl who had just got hired. She got laid off on her first day. Matter of fact, they hired her knowing that they would lay her off just so that she can get the benefits. And I was like, wow. Trauma. We know that corporate jobs, they come with really cool benefits. They come with great benefits. Then you have the financial stability of getting the paycheck every 2 weeks. And I work in sales, so very much looked forward to that commission check I got every single month. It was great. Going from that to that being just taken away just like that, it's like, oof. It still sucks, like losing that consistent paycheck. I know that this is also the Lord trying to push me out of my comfort zone, because it is comfortable. It's comfortable just being able to wake up in the morning, sit in front of a computer, and get paid, just knowing where everything's going to come from. However, every single 9-to-5 job that I've worked, I always have a knowing that this is not what I'm supposed to be doing for the rest of my life. Not saying that I'm not looking for other opportunities, because I also feel like it's wisdom, and the Bible talks about it, you know, to have 7 to 8 streams of income. This time I have such a peace. I just know that the Lord has other things that He wants me to focus on. When I tend to work these jobs, I tend to only really focus on that. Putting primer on my lids, I realized I didn't do that. But yeah, I know that there are certain things that the Lord called me to. I be fighting with myself on this though, because I also struggle with perfectionism. But obviously I gotta get over that. You know, I literally have no excuse now. I have free time, and I just really do have a peace that surpasses all understanding. You know, when certain things that happen in the world, for example, the shooting that happened at FSU shortly, like not that long ago, a family member falls ill, or you fall ill, or you know, you lose your job. If any random unexpected shit happens, in the midst of all of that, we can have a peace that surpasses all understanding, because we have our hope and our faith and our trust in Jesus, who is all-knowing. He is an all-knowing God. He is outside of our time. So He saw all of this that was going to happen. Clearly, there's a plan and a purpose for it. Now, we know that the enemy is also out here scheming, but we also know that the Lord uses what the enemy means for evil for good. You know, I've seen an influx of people getting laid off on TikTok recently, and a lot of them have that feeling of, I feel lost, I don't know what to do, and they're scrambling, and I don't feel that. I don't feel that at all. And I'm like, that is literally a privilege of being a follower of Jesus. The fact that so many crazy things, unexpected things can pop off, and we can still yet somehow find peace in the middle of it all. I will say the only difference between the last time this happened and this time is the fact that I have a stream of income. Now, it ain't like as much as I was making at my other job, but it's something. It's something. Funny, because I started doing it right before I got laid off. It's like perfect timing. So at least I'm not like completely, like I have no idea where money's coming from. Like the first time I was unemployed, where I literally was waking up every day completely unaware. That is different, and that requires a whole nother level of faith. I do believe that the Lord is giving me grace by allowing me to have another stream. So I am grateful for that, and I think that also adds to it. And I know that the Lord's gonna pull through. He's came through too many times. I literally have a YouTube video about how I was like almost evicted. It's like the Lord's got me out of crazy things, so it's like, I ain't even gonna play with it. He got it. I'm not even gonna try Him, because I know He got it. Every time I do my eyebrows, I stop because I'd be so like nervous that I'm gonna mess it up. But yeah, it's like the Lord got it, and there's no point in me stressing. I know I'm supposed to be doing, like, you guys don't know this, But I literally started a whole business the last time I was unemployed, and I gave it up after a week. Like, made a whole Instagram for it and everything. It was like a content digital strategist slash digital creator. Like, I would literally create ebooks, which I didn't even know I had that skill until a friend approached me and he asked me if I knew how to make ebooks. And I literally was like, for you, I'll figure it out. Not in a weird way, but honestly, I didn't have nothing else to do anyways, and it gave me something to do with my time. So I was really happy. And this was like right before I started my master's program, so I like literally didn't have anything to do. But while helping him out, I realized, wow, this isn't that bad. And then I ended up making an ebook for someone else. I literally dropped it because I didn't see results immediately, which I think with, nowadays, a lot of us are just looking for and used to like instant gratification. So when it comes to something like building a business or a side hustle, it can get discouraging. And then, or at least for me, I'm not going to speak for everybody. Some people love that, and it makes them want to do more until they see results. But for me, I guess regarding that area specifically, I was just like, this ain't for me. Speaking of ebooks, if you do know anybody that is in need of an ebook, or if you yourself want to write an ebook, you're in the process of writing an ebook, or you have an idea, you're just not sure how to go about making the ebook, or you just have all the information and you're not really trying to worry about the aesthetics, hit my line, okay? Hit me up, email me. I will get back to you fairly quickly. And I don't have super high prices. Pretty affordable, depending on the ebook though. Some of them do be pretty hefty, but for the most part, pretty affordable. Back to regularly scheduled programming. The Lord has placed so many things on my heart, and I tend to drop them when I don't see results because it's uncomfortable. I find comfort in having a job, comfort in getting that deposit every 2 weeks. Like most people, when I get to heaven, I get to the pearly gates, and the Lord will ask me what I did on this earth. Making sales, making commission, He ain't gonna care about none of that. Okay, none of that is winning souls for the kingdom. And I know ultimately that's not my ultimate purpose here. As a believer on this earth, my ultimate purpose is to go out, make disciples, reach people in some way, shape, or form, whether that's through media, whether that's through mentorship in real life, aka small group, whatever the case may be. Like, it's so easy to get caught up in this rat race that we have here in America, where everybody's just grinding, everybody's trying to get to the next higher paying job, the next best thing, get the houses, the cars, and all that. Ultimately, none of that matters. And that's exactly why every single corporate job that I've had, I've never necessarily felt fulfilled there. Yes, it feels good to close a deal. Yes, it feels good to book that meeting. Yes, it feels good to make that commission. But at the end of the day, that's not what I'm here for. At the end of the day, the Lord is using that as a source of provision, but these jobs are not my provider. And I think that's what I really learned, especially after getting laid off. But that's definitely something I have to constantly remind myself of, that these jobs are not my provider. This is just a tool that the Lord is deciding to use to provide for me. And sometimes that's seasonal. And I know He's just pushing me to use the skills and the talents that He's given me. It's like the Lord has blessed me with skills and talents that I choose to waste out of fear. And so basically, I'm challenging myself in this season to do what the Lord has placed on my heart to do, whether I see results from it or not, whether I'm getting views or not, whether I'm getting sales or not, and just also partnering with the Lord, allowing the Holy Spirit to guide me and exercising wisdom. So with that being said, I'm not going to be out here just being all willy-nilly, wasting time. My mistake last time was, instead of, granted, yes, I was getting a master's degree too. Like, that was probably the most productive thing I did with my time. But when I wasn't doing homework, I was stressed, depressed, worried, operating out of fear, not knowing where my next was coming from, trying to distract myself with dudes and, not really using my time to the fullest potential, basically. So this time, I definitely am gonna steward over my time better and not be a time waster, because we ain't doing that in this season. And I'm actually going to just use it to be fruitful, use it to serve, use it to actually put my skills to work. And I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I have started to change my content a little bit, experimenting with like vlogs and stuff like that. I mean, yeah, there's going to be a lot of experimenting on this channel. I mean, I have time now, so I have no excuses. And obviously too, because I do value wisdom, if an interview comes my way, honey, I'm going to take it. Oh my gosh, I've never used an eyelash curler before. I'm scared. I'm scared. I've seen this take some girls' eyelashes off before. This contraption's kind of scary. I ain't gonna lie. I'm becoming a mascara girly again, where I'm not wanting to put on lashes. I just want to put on mascara. I don't know if that really did anything. This is awkward. You're just watching me curl my lash, you know. Love this Fenty Beauty. It's called Hella Thick Mascara. Love it. I did order another mascara that's been going viral on TikTok though. I need to stop being influenced. Yeah, guys, that's pretty much where I'm at. The enemy definitely has been coming with the thoughts for sure. He's been trying to come with the doubts. It's like, you know, the Lord, he gonna do what he wanna do as long as I'm obedient and, you know, I do what I know what the Lord is calling me to do. Y'all, my camera done died in the middle of me yapping. I wasn't even done. How disrespectful was that? Anyways, back to what I was saying. Honestly, don't remember what I was saying. I hope this video makes sense. But yeah, if you're going through anything where you just feel uncertain, you're not really sure how things are gonna work out, or if you were just let go, because I know a lot of people have been losing jobs, just seek the Lord on what he wants you to do. You know, just ask the Lord for wisdom on how to navigate these changes. Some people, he might just want you to shift careers. Some of you, he might want to hard launch you out into entrepreneurship. Some of y'all are already have your own businesses on the sides, and he just wants you to actually focus on that full time and trust him a little more in that area. Some of you, he may want you to focus on being a stay-at-home mom and putting more time into your kids. Who knows? The Lord, he has his reasonings. Obedience is key. And although it may not look like how you would like, even though it may have thrown off your own plans, the Lord is working. He's doing something. So be encouraged. Do not give up. And just see what opportunities can come from your current situation. At first, it can seem like so horrible. You're like, Lord, the Lord is your provider. Stay on top of your tithing no matter what. Listen, even when I was unemployed, whenever I did get funds, I had to tithe. And that's one thing I have done consistently since giving my life to Christ. Even when I was like an undergrad and I didn't have a job, but I had my I would get my refund checks. That would be like 5,000 here, 6,000 there. Yes, I was definitely tithing the 500, definitely tithing the 600. Because I do feel like even in those seasons where I didn't necessarily know where provision was coming from, the Lord provided. It's not like a religious thing to me. It's more so like this is me proving to God that I trust you. I know that you can do way more with the 10% than what I can do with the 100%. Because, honey, I know myself. And that's just how it is. That's just how it is. Just wanted a little like razzle dazzle. I didn't even add no extra blush to the brush. I just wanted like something extra. Did not feel like wearing foundation or concealer on my face. None of that. Just wanted to do my eyebrows a little bit. On the bright side, you guys will see my face more often. I don't want it to be a cycle, you know. I get another remote job and drop everything and then what? Then we're back at square one? No, that was just a little update. Simple makeup came out today. Didn't do nothing crazy at all. Feel like I barely put on blush, but it's okay. If y'all enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, baby. And I hope you come back for more. Hey, hope you come back for more. Hey, hope you come back for more.